Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm here with Marc Tumminelli. He is the founder of one of the most incredible programs in New York City, Broadway Workshop. He's also the founder of Broadway Events and Broadway at Work. He is the host of Little Me podcast, where he interviews adults and teenagers who used to be Broadway child actors. So, let's get on with the video. Here we go!
Broadway time!
All right. Are we rolling?
Yes, okay. Hey guys!
Hey guys!
Okay.
All right. Keep all this in.
Yes. Hey guys, today I'm here with the creator and founder of Broadway Workshop, Broadway at Work, Broadway Events, and the host of Little Me podcast, Marc Tumminelli.
Hi everybody. Hi Joel.
I'm so excited you're here today.
I'm thrilled to be here.
So before we talk about everything, how are you today?
I'm really good. It's a beautiful weekend in New York City and we get to talk about our favorite thing,
Yes,
Broadway.
Broadway, and we're at Replica Studios,
Yes.
where Broadway Workshop takes place.
Yes, we are right here at 528th Avenue, our main space for Broadway Workshop. And we've been here for about 15 years doing Broadway Workshop.
That's a long time. That's older than I am. So,
Oh God.
my first question for you is,
Yeah.
how did you get into theater?
Great. So when I think theater kind of finds us, I think you could probably say the same thing, that when I was like 7 or 8 years old, I started seeing shows and listening to cast albums, and then you just can't get enough of it. And I saw Jerome Robbins' Broadway on Broadway, which was a retrospective of the choreographer Jerome Robbins and his career. So it was these huge production numbers from West Side Story, and a funny thing happened on the way to the Forum, and Gypsy, and Peter Pan, and I was just like blown away. And from that, my dad would get me more and more cast albums from the library. That's how we used to listen to music. And I would get obsessed with shows, and then we would see things, and then I started performing myself, and I was pretty good. And so, and also when you're a boy, you can only be okay and still be pretty good. And so I was like cast in everything, and it was like, where I found my family outside of my house, and we just did one show after another, and it was just like this magical thing that found me, and I think finds a lot of theater kids.
Yeah, totally. And I mean, you run this amazing program. His program was the first theater camp I ever did, and ever since I did it, I came back. This is my third year at Broadway Workshop. Tell me about Broadway Workshop. You created it in 2007, which is a while ago. Tell me about your first program and the evolution of Broadway
Sure. So I was an actor, and I was working, and I would have little breaks of time, and in between those times where I wasn't working, I was always teaching. I was the resident director of the Random Farms Kids Theater, which is a beautiful children's theater in Upper Westchester that does incredible work. And so I was always working with kids, and in between some acting jobs, I thought it would have been a cool thing to have my own acting school.
Yeah.
And so I started Broadway Workshop, and I asked Laura Bell Bundy, who was starring on Broadway in Legally Blonde at the time, to come teach our first workshop together.
It
was very popular. It sold out in 10 minutes. I couldn't believe, our first class was sold out. And so Laura Bell and I did a few classes together, and I was like, who else can I get to teach? And how can I was coaching a lot in between. So Broadway Workshop became very big very quickly. And it was also very clear to me that I couldn't still be an actor while really building this business.
Yeah.
Because we would also have casting directors come, and I couldn't on a Saturday be teaching a workshop with this big casting director, and then on Monday auditioning for them. It was so lame. So it was very easy for me to say I want to focus my intention on building this business and creating the best possible opportunities for young people, things that I would have died to have done as a kid. And so that's kind of how it started, and it started small. The first summer there was 1 camp. Second summer there was 2 camps. The first year there was 10 workshops, and I had 5 other jobs. By the 4th year there was 50 workshops, and I didn't work anywhere else. So it built slowly after, every year, and then more and more of my sort of kind of fancy friends or people that I would meet at parties or people that I would see in shows and be like, oh my God, we have to get this person to teach. So it was like a very long evolution to where it is now.
Mm-hmm. Amazing.
Yeah.
And so, I can tell you guys, Broadway Workshop is one of the best programs in New York City.
Listen to the guy.
It truly is.
This is your show.
Yes.
Yes.
So, what makes Broadway Workshop different from other Broadway camps? Because there are many theater camps.
A lot of theater camps,
There are a
Joel.
lot of theater camps, but you know, this one is one of the best. So tell me what sets it apart from others.
Sure, I think it's that same thing that we were just talking about, that sort of my passion of making it the most incredible experience it can. I never want to slap anything together and I'm like, oh, this teacher is not good, but they'll teach the class.
Yeah.
You know, I always want it to be as good as it possibly could be, down to how the studio is set up, who's teaching the class, how the information gets out. And so all of those pieces come together and it creates something that I think is really special. The other thing is Broadway Workshop is really a family.
Yeah.
The students that do Broadway Workshop come back time and time again. The teachers who teach at Broadway Workshop, I think, feel differently about teaching for me and with me than they might with another company, because I'm taking care of every part of their experience, make sure that they have a class list with the right information and that I can give them background on a lot of the students. And so, you know, we've created something really special, and then we couple that with getting like the biggest Broadway stars ever
Literally.
to come and teach at Broadway Workshop. And you know, when someone like Cynthia Erivo is teaching a workshop, it's so exciting for me. It's like me getting these people that I admire so much as an audience member, and then getting to sit with them like this and teach a class. It's like blows my mind.
Sure.
So if I feel that way, there's no way that these young people are not feeling that as well.
Yeah.
So it's a constant like game of like, who can we get, who's willing to teach, who is an amazing teacher, who's going to leave a mark on these kids. And so, you know, by having people like Sierra Bogus, who has taught the most at Broadway Workshop, and her passion for teaching, then I become a better teacher when I'm teaching. And so I learn so much from the people around us and the people we get to teach, that I think that's what makes Broadway Workshop special. And then the kids that, like you, that come back time and again, and the kids who start out with us and then become big Broadway stars and then wind up teaching here, that's really like mind-blowing to me. Yeah, it's very cool.
And something that I've experienced at Broadway Workshop that I might not have experienced at other camps is that everyone there truly wants to be on Broadway and understand why they're there, and you know all the lyrics to every show, and know like what theater and Broadway shows are at. It's amazing, your program.
Well, you find the other kids, like we were talking about finding your tribe or your family. You start Broadway Workshop Camp, or you start any program like this, and you find all these other kids that understand the same things you do.
Exactly.
That you know all the lyrics to Heathers or whatever.
Yeah.
And that is not going to happen in a 9th grade class.
Exactly.
In Massapequa, Long Island. You're not going to find those kids that care about theater. And it's such like a great thing to care about. You know, it's like it's such a positive way of expressing yourself. So I think there's a lot of that is that you find at Broadway Workshop that makes it special.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you have this amazing podcast, Little Me Broadway Podcast, where you interview teenagers or adults who were child actors on Broadway. So tell me a little bit more about Little Me, and you know, who have been your favorite guests that you've interviewed?
All right. So the Little Me podcast kind of started because I wanted to create something that was kind of based on my business, instead of having like a podcast about, you know, people who've disappeared, which I'm also very obsessed with. I was like, let's do something that's in line with, you know, make yourself as good at your brand as you possibly could be. And so I've always been really interested in young people who have become big stars or have these huge moments when they're 12 or 13, and then how that affects the rest of their life. Because that's just like a mind game, you know, to play Annie on Broadway and then be like someone's mother who's not in the business. Like what does that look like?
Exactly.
And so I thought those conversations would be really interesting, and luckily a lot of people did, because we have a lot of listeners.
Yes.
So that's how the podcast came about, and Broadway Podcast Network was thrilled to host that and help me sort of navigate the process of releasing a podcast, which is a lot of work, as
Sure.
we were talking about a little bit ago. But so to just have these conversations is so exciting, and doing the prep work, I learned so much about preparing for these interviews, where I'm like, oh my God, they did this. I didn't even like know that. So, and some of the guests, you know, it's very similar to the guests that I have at Broadway Workshop. When I am so excited about somebody because I was obsessed with them when I was a kid, and then I get to like talk to them about their career. So people like Debbie Gibson, who I had a poster of over my bed, and now I'm getting to talk to her about, you know, her career as a child. Someone like Leia Salonga, who I was very obsessed with Miss Saigon growing up, and then getting, you know, to chat with her, or and she's not done the podcast, but we've had her at Broadway Workshop, hopefully. But people like Lindsay Haitley, who was Carrie on Broadway, someone like Andrea McCardle, who was the original Annie on Broadway, Catherine Zaremba, who was Annie and Annie Warbucks, which was a show that like very few people know. It was like kind of this amazing little musical. Daisy Egan. We've had like such really thrilling performers kind of share their stories. And so we will continue to do that. Leah Michelle.
Yes, she was on your podcast.
That was a crazy episode.
It's about to be Fanny Bryson Funny Girl.
Yes.
Like learn about her.
Yes, I think people know about her.
Well,
so you can go see her in Funny Girl. But she was the first time she talked about Funny Girl publicly, was on my podcast.
Wow.
And so People Magazine picked it up and the New York Post picked it up. And so like little moments like that are kind of thrilling. And my like, you know, little podcast that I record now at my house. But we used to record in a studio, which was very cool.
Ooh,
but
nice.
Yes.
That sounds thrilling.
Yes,
so,
but then COVID's.
You have done many summer programs for 15 years. What are some of the funniest camp stories or mishaps that have happened?
Well, we don't really have like mishaps at camp. There are things that go wrong all the time. Like a teacher will call me and be like, my flight's delayed. I will not be there to teach the class today.
Yes.
And then I'm just like speed dialing, like, you know, Erica Henningsen, I'm like, can you please come here right now and save the day?
Happened this summer,
which happened,
and then Gray Henson walked through
which
the door.
happened so many times this summer. I replaced probably like 60 teaching artists over the course of the summer. It was wacky. So it's a good thing my phone is filled with big Broadway stars that I can call. But one summer we were at the new Ripley Greer location at 305 across the street.
So we're at 520.
We're at 520, 305 is across the street. And I was like, yeah, let's do our camps there. We'll be like the only camp there. It'll be perfect. Those studios are beautiful. And we did a full week, and then we had the weekend. And when I came back on the next Monday, there were all these huge road cases being brought into the studio that I was in. And I was like, whoa, like this is our room. And they're like, this is not your room. This is J-Lo's room. So J-Lo had rehearsed all weekend for the MTV Music Awards, where she was being honored as the Performer of the Year, Performer of the Decade or something. And she liked the room because it had so many windows. And I was like, well, that's my room, J-Lo.
Yeah.
Sorry, too bad.
Did you meet her?
I did meet her briefly in the hallway, but they wanted that room, and J-Lo gets what she wants. So J-Lo got our room. We had to move to another room, but J-Lo and the wonderful people at Ripley Greer made sure that made sense for us financially that summer. And so because of J-Lo, we got a very big discount. And she was very lovely. And one year Beyonce was rehearsing right next to us, and I was like trying to keep all of the kids like focused, but like you could fully hear Beyonce in the room next to us. I mean, crazy. And it was the same thing with J-Lo. Like she was there all week with us, like constantly walking in with her bodyguards and her kids, and like.
So like did the kids in the program like try to?
Yeah, I mean a little bit, and I would be like, stay away from J-Lo. But the Beyonce thing, like I'd be like, I mean, go talk to Beyonce if you want. I'm not getting involved in this.
Right.
I'm like, I'm not going to talk to Beyonce. But yeah, so like we have, you know, there are crazy things, and there are so many little weird things that happen over the course of the day that I don't even clock.
Yeah.
I know there's a story you love.
Yes, it's hilarious.
When we start camp, I tell the students to take notes in class even when they're not working. So if, let's say, you were up and I was in the class, I'd be like, oh, that's a great song, or I definitely do that with my hands too, and just kind of take a note so that I can apply the notes given to another student to myself.
Yes.
But one young girl was like 8 or 9.
She was in the Junior Excel.
She was in the Junior Excel program. She didn't understand what I had said, and she thought that she should be taking notes as if she was the teacher on other students. So she was like, this girl's belt is not that strong. She should sing something else and wear different pants, report complete. And she'd write report complete at the end of each set of like kind of rude notes she had for each student. And so a mom called me and said that another girl in her class was taking notes on her kid's performance. And I was like, no way.
Yeah.
And I like came in the next day and asked her, and she in fact was taking very serious notes, report complete. And so we do say report complete a lot at my house and in my life, when you do something, you're like, report complete. Hashtag report complete below. So like crazy things happen, but mostly, like these kids are like amazing. They like want to be here. They like work really hard. They have their songs, their monologues, and they're ready to work. And on occasion, we will start a program and I will have a kid be like, I don't know why my parents signed me up for this. I'm like, me neither. Like, you do not want to be here. And it's okay, like we'll figure it out. I'm like, it's all
Like
good.
in those situations, you have like a bunch of materials you can send to them and figure it out.
I'm gonna make it work.
Yes.
Always.
Yes.
That's the job.
Report complete.
Report complete.
So tell me about Broadway Workshop's upcoming classes and courses.
Sure. So we have right now 2 classes that we're selling, which is a ongoing 8-week musical theater class for kids between the ages of 9 and 13, or 9 and 12. And that is like a triple threat experience where they work on acting, singing, and dance every week and culmination of a kind of showcase. And that class is actually has like 1 or 2 spaces left in it. So get on it.
Yeah.
And so that's a fun thing for me to do. And then we're going to be adding about 4 or 5 one-day workshops. And I think I'm going to put together a little cabaret class that we're going to do at the Green Room 42. So there's like some fun stuff coming up. You can go to BroadwayWorkshop.com for those classes.
And you can also follow at Broadway Workshop on Instagram. That's where you can get all the deets.
All the deets on Instagram.
Exactly.
We try hard on the Instagram.
And it's great.
Thank you.
I've been following it for a while now.
Thank you.
Now we're going to play a game.
Okay.
We have 2 games. We'll play the first one first. This is Guess the Musical.
First game first.
Yes.
Yes.
And so I'm going to give you a song title or song lyrics.
Okay.
And you're going to try to guess the musical.
All right.
If you don't get it the first time, which I doubt, you can have a clue.
Okay.
So, yes.
Okay.
Snap, click.
That is from Diana.
Yes.
The Diana Princess of Wales musical.
Which is your favorite?
It's fun. It's a campathon. But yeah, snap click.
Morning person.
That's from Shrek.
Yes. God on high.
Well, that's Les Mis.
Yes.
These are very easy, Joel.
They get harder.
Okay.
Yes. Take me for what I am.
Well, that's Jekyll and Hyde, right? Is that what you're doing? Or you're doing like a Rent? Let's Take Me or Leave Me. But I right the first time?
No, that's right. Well, I mean, the lyric is
Take me for what I am. So that's Rent, but
Yes. It could also be Jekyll and
Jekyll and Hyde. Great.
You win. Agony.
That's Into the Woods.
Yes, for good.
Wicked. Ooh.
Yes. Because you can.
Well, that's in Moulin Rouge, Rouge, Rouge.
Yes. Light of the World.
Godspell.
Yes. All right. So these next 2 are not Broadway musicals. These are from Broadway TV shows.
Broadway TV shows.
Musical TV shows. So
Okay.
The first one is Lover's Spat.
Lover's Spat, and it's not from a Broadway musical.
No.
And it's can I get another hint?
Yes, I have a clue for you. Your clue is tribulation.
Tribulation. That's Kristen Chenoweth in Schmigadoon.
Schmigadoon.
Yes.
You got it. Okay, and this is the last
What's happening?
musical, Lexington and 52nd Street.
Lexington and 52nd Street. Is that Smash?
That's Smash.
Okay. No, I did not watch Smash, but I watched season 1 and then I had to give up.
Really? Why?
Maybe I'll go back now
No,
with a
you
different
should.
lens.
I mean, in the second season,
Those
it's
songs
Jeremy
are
Jordan.
amazing.
It's some other people. Christian Borle.
Yes.
Christian Borle. And
He was on the first season too.
No, he's in both, but he's Christian Borle.
Yes.
So.
All right. I'm going to watch the second
should.
season.
Please
The
do.
next time we have like a hurricane, a COVID outbreak, or a snowstorm.
Yeah, nothing to do.
But there's so many crime documentaries I have to watch. There we go. And keep my Broadway on stage.
Yes. Now we're going to do Put a Finger Down, Broadway edition.
Okay.
Press over 10 fingers that you already have.
I know.
Present.
I read the email packet.
Ooh, look at you. And then I'm going to give you these prompts. And then if it's happened to you, you're going to put a finger down.
All right.
Put a finger down if you've rejected plans because of rehearsal.
Definitely.
Put a finger down if you cried at closing night.
Every show from 8th grade to 12th grade. Good.
Yes, put a finger down. You've been noticed on the street.
Sure.
Put a finger down if your show has been stopped mid-show.
I have never been in a show that stopped mid-show, and I don't think Broadway Workshop, I don't think we've ever had to stop anything I've directed because I'm an excellent director.
Exactly. Put a finger down.
Oh, no. Oh, don't put my finger down.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
Put a finger down if a famous person has come to your show.
Yes.
Put a finger down if you've fallen on stage.
Sure.
Put a finger down if you've fallen off the stage.
Like physically off?
Yes.
No, but I've fallen backstage.
Oh, okay.
When I was jacking into the woods, I fell underneath the prop table because I was so late to come up.
Okay.
And then I slipped on something and was like legitimately underneath the prop table.
Did you stop? Did you slip on the beans? Was it the beans?
There's no beans.
Oh, okay.
There's never any beans.
And
You can't be throwing beans out.
in my production, when I played Baker, we had beans.
Real beans.
We had real beans.
I'd like to talk to the director of that show.
What
Okay.
if you had done if you'd gotten gifts from fans?
Sure.
Or like not fans, like campers.
I get so many gift cards and I just let them pile up. But then this year I put them all in and so many of them had expired and I needed to get new ones.
Wow.
But they sent me new ones.
Nice, amazing.
Yeah.
Put a finger down if your voice is cracked on stage.
Definitely.
And lastly, put a finger down if you played multiple roles in a show.
Sure.
Okay, you have 2 fingers up.
2 fingers up.
Amazing.
Yes. Is there a prize?
Your prize is being on this show, obviously.
Great,
yes.
okay.
So, I mean, when you were noticed on the street, was it like people running up to you?
No.
What was it like?
All right, relax, Joel. I'm not famous like that. But it'll be like, I'll go be at a restaurant and someone will come up and be like, I was in your class when I was 10 years old and it was so fun and thank you, I had a great time. Like it'll be like that. Or sometimes because I direct some fancy people's cabaret acts, they'll like notice me on that person's Instagram and they'll be like, I know you from blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, I'm not like really noticed. Sometimes people like listen to the podcast and know what I look like because the cartoon looks like me.
It does look like
It does. Yeah, it's a really good cartoon. But it's, I'm not famous like that yet.
Yet. But I mean, you are famous to a whole bunch of teenagers.
I am famous to, I'm the most photographed non-celebrity. Like at the end of camps, I'm just taking 1,000 photos that I never see again. I don't know where they end up.
On my Instagram.
All right, great.
Yeah.
Great.
So, I mean, I just had a question pop into my brain.
Yeah, hit it.
Has like a student ever asked for like a Broadway actor's email or phone number?
Yes, and it is very awkward.
Are you like?
Sometimes they ask I've been in a class recently where someone asked the Broadway stars like, hey, literally this, hey, my mom asked if I should ask you for your email address.
What did he say?
And this person was like, oh, no, but if you need to get in touch with me, you can email Marc. And then she got really sad and left. But it happens. Or I'll get an email and be like, hey, can you get me in touch with this person? And generally I'll just send their agent's information.
Okay.
Just because it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I get comments sometimes like, what's Ben Cook's email? And I'm like, you're not getting Ben Cook's email.
You're not getting Ben
You're not getting his email. But now we're...
Why do they want his email?
No, people really love
All right,
Cook.
okay.
Yeah, he has like a lot. That video is like 5,000
All right.
plus views.
He was supposed to do Little Me and then it didn't happen.
I mean...
We'll get him back.
He's a busy man.
He's a busy man.
Yeah. But now we're going to do quick rounds. So
Okay.
These are rapid fire questions.
Great.
Harry Potter house.
I don't know anything about Harry Potter really, but Slytherin sounds right.
I mean, you're wearing green. That's the Slytherin color. So it works out.
Okay, great.
Favorite animal.
Dog.
Favorite holiday.
Thanksgiving.
Favorite color.
Navy blue.
Favorite food.
Bagel.
Dream role.
Seymour Little Shop, but I can only sing it one time.
Biggest pet peeve.
People that have to announce that they're taking a social media break. Like, the world's too much for me. I'm going off the grid for, like, just go off the grid. You're fine. We'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, no one really cares.
Nobody really cares. You could just take your break.
Exactly.
Courtney, take your break.
Courtney.
What's that from?
Legally Blonde.
There you go.
But I mean, I know you have seen it, but have you seen that one girl, Courtney, take your break from
I
first,
have
Legally Blonde?
I have watched it many times.
I know. I'm like at my camp. A lot of kids kept on just like bringing it up. And
It's
showing it.
really unbelievable.
Yeah, truly.
Yes.
Favorite actor.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Favorite ice cream flavor.
It's raspberry sorbet Talenti, but if I'm going with an ice cream, it's coffee and it's Oatley, which is non-dairy because I don't have milk.
Nice. Lastly, favorite Broadway show.
All right, you don't get just one.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay, so Gypsy and Cabaret, old school favorites, like greatest.
Why? Curious.
Well, Gypsy is the best musical ever written, like book, lyrics, like it is just a masterclass in how to create a Broadway musical. And Cabaret to me is the most interesting, and also the trajectory of that show, of like its original version to its 80s version to its 90s version, and now what's happening in London, which I haven't seen yet, but it's just like the most malleable musical.
And I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
During Gypsy, you were able to work with Patti LuPone.
Yeah, I was in the out-of-town pre-Broadway Gypsy with Patti LuPone.
And she said something very funny to someone. Can you just share that to the
Wait,
camera?
what? I can't tell that story
You
here.
can't? Okay.
I can't do that one.
Okay.
That's for camp only.
Great. I love it.
But Gypsy with Patti LuPone was an amazing experience. She's amazing, but she does say she says funny stuff constantly that you almost can't believe is coming out of her mouth.
And you should be wearing your mask when you go see her in theater.
Yeah, definitely. And Chris Harper pays her salary.
And you should know you're not paying her salary.
Yeah, no, Chris Harper pays her salary. Wait, I want to give you my favorite in the last 10 years is probably Bridges in Madison County. I love that musical very much. Yes. What are yours?
Oh, my favorite Broadway shows are obviously Wicked.
Yes.
SpongeBob the
Wait. You have to give me your favorite alphabet.
Stephanie J. Block.
All right.
Her voice is so amazing.
Yes.
And also, I saw Jessica Voss, and she was great too.
Unbelievable.
She was fantastic.
Yeah.
And I already saw Into the Woods, but now we have to go again, because not only is she in it, but Sebastian.
Oh my God!
In it too.
What a duo.
Yes.
Yes.
SpongeBob the musical.
Okay.
The musical,
Which is a surprise to me.
Yeah.
Not because it's not good, just because out of 100 years of musical theater, you've chosen SpongeBob.
No, that is true. That is truly the show that gave me the bug.
That'll do it.
And I'm proud to say I am tight with some of those actors.
Everyone in that show is amazing.
Vasti, Wesley, everybody is so
Well, I grew up with
great.
Vasti, and she's like an icon on every.
Such an icon.
Hi, Vasti, if you're watching.
She probably is.
We love Vasti.
Yes. And Company the Musical.
Yes.
Because it's so great. The music is brilliant.
Yeah.
This most recent Broadway.
And you identify it as a 30-something trying to find your way in the world.
Yeah. I mean, this revival was incredible. I've watched the Neil Patrick Harris version on YouTube.
Yes.
That was like, okay. The Raul Esperanza version, that was great too. But this one was incredible.
Have you watched, please say yes.
The London?
No, the recording of the original cast album. So there is a documentary.
There's a documentary.
Yes.
I was in this drama store and they were selling it and I was like, I want to get
You
it.
can watch
for $50.
Well, you can watch it. I think it's just on
HBO
It's
Max?
either on HBO or you could probably watch it on YouTube. But it's like a must watch. It is absolutely incredible. And then they made a mockumentary of that for Documentary Now, which is you have to watch the real one and then watch the mockumentary version.
I watched many clips of
Renee Elise Goldsberry is in the mockumentary version, and
other people as well.
Yes, it's so good.
Yes.
Alex Brightman.
And they were able to make a documentary about this company revival, which was incredible.
They made a documentary about this company
It
revival?
was on PBS.
Oh, wait, did I watch that? Oh, I did watch that. It was really great.
Yeah. But that show's incredible.
It obviously it's really stayed with me. I did watch it and I thought it was great, but
I was really disappointed. Patty did no interviews in that documentary.
she does do doesn't she do interviews while she's getting made up?
Oh, she did. Yeah, I was wrong.
See, I do remember it.
Wrong. Yes, you do remember.
Yes, because I was like, that's very bold of Patty. She's like, come on in.
She's a legend. She's an icon.
I once gave her a change purse. I'll tell this story.
Yes.
And it was opening night and I gave her a monkey change purse because we had all these lines about Gigolo the monkey together. And she opened it and she went, there's no money in it. Where's the money? And so it's actually bad luck to give someone a change purse with no money in it. It's like Italian thing. And it was bad luck because I didn't do the show on Broadway. So go ahead. I think this might be the end of not only my career, but this interview.
You're right. That's it.
Oh my God.
Yes. So
high five. Good work, sir.
So where can they follow you online?
Great. You can follow me online at Marc Tumminelli on Instagram. You can follow Broadway Workshop at Broadway Workshop. You can follow Broadway Events at B-Way Events.
Yes.
And you can find out everything that's happening at Broadway Workshop at BroadwayWorkshop.com or on Instagram at Broadway Workshop.
Little me.
And Little Me at Little Me Podcast. We're going to come back with some new episodes this fall into winter. And check out that. Get Marc Tumminelli in your ear holes.
Exactly. No, I mean, you're the coolest. And the podcast is great. And the Instagram is also great.
Oh yeah, we get all this amazing video footage and old photos from these people when they were doing these shows on Broadway and all these great backstage things that no one's ever seen, like Jenna Uskowitz backstage at King and I, like amazing stuff that these people send me to post on our Instagram. So check out Little Me Podcast too.
Great.
And keep following Joel, everything he does.
Yeah. Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
See you at the next episode.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks for watching. Did you enjoy this interview? Well, make sure to subscribe to us below and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Twitter at BroadwayTime_. We hope to see you soon for another thrilling interview.